Holding daycare centers accountable. Standard of care and proving negligent supervision in Arkansas. When a child is harmed at a daycare, the impact on a family can be immediate and overwhelming. What should be a safe setting becomes a place of fear and uncertainty, especially when the injury was preventable. The information found in the source explains how Arkansas law treats daycare negligence and what families can do when supervision fails. Arkansas law requires daycare providers to follow a clear duty of care, meaning they must act as a reasonably careful caregiver would in the same situation. This includes proper supervision, safe facilities, and quick responses to signs of distress. When caregivers ignore these responsibilities and a child is harmed, the conduct may be considered negligent. State licensing rules enforce safety requirements, staff-to-child ratios, background checks, and regular inspections, all designed to protect children from foreseeable harm. When a facility violates these standards, delays reporting an injury, or ignores signs of abuse or unsafe conditions, those violations can support a finding of negligent supervision under Arkansas law. Negligent supervision occurs when a daycare fails to use the care a reasonably careful provider would use and that failure causes an injury. Arkansas defines negligence through the concept of ordinary care, and proof can include actions a careful person would not take or omissions a careful person would not allow. Evidence such as understaffing, leaving children unattended, ignoring ratio requirements, or failing to follow supervision rules can demonstrate a departure from legal duties. Although violating a statute is not automatically negligence, it is evidence a jury can consider when deciding whether the daycare failed to meet its obligations. To answer what the standard of care requires and how negligent supervision is proven, Arkansas looks closely at caregiver conduct and causation. The fact that an accident occurred is not by itself proof of fault, but patterns such as exceeding ratios, being distracted by cell phones, mixing age groups improperly, or not checking on a child after a fall may show negligence when those lapses directly contribute to an injury. State law also recognizes failure to appropriately supervise as a form of neglect, reflecting Arkansas's broader policy that young children require constant attention. Daycares in Arkansas must report serious injuries requiring medical attention to the Department of Human Services within 1 business day, and all staff are mandated reporters if they suspect abuse or neglect. Licensing rules enforced through the Child Care Facility Licensing Act allow the state to inspect, investigate, and discipline facilities that fail to follow safety standards. These requirements form part of the standard of care and create a framework parents can rely on when gathering proof of negligence. Key terms in this area connect directly to the child care system. The duty of care means acting as a careful caregiver would act in similar circumstances. Negligent supervision refers to failing to monitor children adequately or leaving them in dangerous conditions. Proximate cause means showing that the daycare's conduct directly led to the injury. These principles work together to determine whether a daycare breached its legal obligations and whether the family can recover compensation. In Arkansas, parents file injury claims on behalf of their child, and while the statute of limitations for injury claims is generally 3 years, it is paused for minors until age 18. Claims involving government-run daycares have separate rules, including possible immunity unless insurance coverage exists. Comparative fault rules may reduce damages only if a parent or older child shares some responsibility, but very young children are not held at fault under Arkansas law. Understanding these rules helps families see the difference between an unavoidable accident and legally negligent conduct. The law expects active supervision, safe environments, and immediate responses when a child shows signs of harm. When a daycare fails in those duties, parents have the right to investigate, gather records, and pursue accountability so their child's needs are fully addressed. The source emphasizes that proper supervision, compliance with licensing laws, and quick action during emergencies are essential parts of keeping children safe. Families navigating the aftermath of a daycare injury often need guidance, clarity, and reassurance that someone will stand with them through the legal process. Gates Law Firm PLLC serves families across central Arkansas with support rooted in compassion and accountability. If your child was hurt because a daycare failed to meet the required standard of care, you can reach the firm at 501-779-8091 or visit them at 2725 Cantrell Road, ST 200, Little Rock, Arkansas, 72202, where a lawyer and an attorney are prepared to help you understand your options and protect your child's well-being with the dedication of a law firm that puts families first.